Hello, my beautiful Virgos. I hope you're having an awesome week. So this week I have pre-pulled from the Divine Abundance deck. I'm not going to read the little blurbs written on each of the cards just as they favoritize a specific religion and spiritual belief. And we want to keep it as general as possible, so we won't be doing that. We're going to clarify the pre-pulled messages with the tarot, and then we're going to jump into the love portion of your guys' reading. So the first card out we have is receiving. However, it did come out in the reversed position. We also have expansiveness with inner power. It's very much like the strength card in the tarot deck. So Virgo, the energy that I'm getting with this is that you've become very rigid when it comes to receiving of any sorts, whether it's receiving energy, receiving something of a tangible form through external forces, receiving intuitive guidance from your higher self is coming through very, very strongly. You are being asked to expand rather than contract when it comes to receiving. You're being asked to tune into your higher self in order to receive awareness and messages surrounding why you've become so rigid in this receiving, again, receiving of any form. Okay, you're definitely being guided. There is something within your internal reality that is causing you to contract, again, when it comes to receiving, in order to expand and reopen yourself up to receiving in all forms. There is something that your higher self is trying to bring your awareness to. For some of you, I feel like this rigidness is coming from the ego, and the inner power is really just the message of needing to gain control over the lower, denser aspects of yourself in order to expand, in order to receive what is divinely meant for you. Because I do feel like there is a lot of blessings coming your way, Virgo. But in order for you to wholeheartedly receive these blessings, one must be open to receiving these blessings and not allow the ego to have its own expectations or requirements on how these blessings come in and what form they take. Okay, for others of you, I do feel as though standing up for yourself, enforcing boundaries has become easier and easier and easier for you to do, and you're really being commended on the strength and the courage that you have shown to those unhealthy situations and beliefs that you have allowed yourself to invest into, and from you recognizing that they were unhealthy for you, and you started to put in the work to protect yourself and have boundaries and distance and make changes, all those sorts of things. The level of inner strength that you have currently is massively different from even a month ago, right? 6 months ago, a year ago. So you're really being commended on the work that you have done. You're also being asked to reflect on the work that you have done. Yes, continue to move forward, but your guides, your spirit team want you to be aware of how much work you have put in to get here, in order for you to truly recognize the value in which those small things over time have made your physical reality to be what it is now, right? Makes sense? Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot and see if there's any other messages for you. 1 second, I really need to take this phone call. And we're back. I'm taking 10 days off to go and see my daughter in New Zealand. As we know, with all of COVID and stuff, it's been a very long time since I've seen her. So it's very important, especially with all the COVID travel requirements that need to be approved and all of that sort of stuff before we can travel. Is a very high priority. She's also a Virgo, so I'm not surprised that it came up in Virgo's reading. Beautiful. Anyway, Virgo, back to you. Let's find out more about this rigidness. Tell me more about this rigidness energy, this contraction of energy. Thank you. We have the moon, Pisces energy, with the Empress in reverse, Libra and Taurian energy. There is aspects of growth, of healing that are currently being hidden from you. It's very much deep in your subconscious and has not yet been brought into the surface. We have death in reverse, scorpionic energy. For some of you, you're resisting seeing this energy. For others of you, you're going through the transformation from contracting into expanding. I also feel very strongly that it's directly tied to your feminine energy, regardless of gender. Is there anything else you can tell us about this rigidness? Thank you. All right, so we have Justice, Libra energy. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse, Sagittarian energy, with the Five of Cups also in reverse. It's definitely time to balance this aspect out, to do the necessary work in order to come into a space of balancedness within yourself and within the external. You are definitely being inconsistent when it comes to addressing the wounds of the past, specifically tied to your feminine energy. For a lot of you, this death energy, the death card, is really just alluding to the fact that you're resisting looking at this energy. It's like with the moon card being here, you're choosing to push it down in order to not have to look at it. But again, there are major blessings coming your way, and in order for you to receive these blessings, one must be open. What is the advice for dealing with this wounded feminine energy, please? Keep in mind, this message is not for everyone. Only take it if it applies. And you will already know if it applies to you in your current situation. Thank you. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands. This is Aries energy. Virgo, you are very magnetic in your energy naturally. Within your feminine energy, you have the power, the ability with the Ace of Wands to attract in a lot of passionate, inspirational, creative opportunities for you, in which you can expand on with this magnetic energy that is naturally within your aura. Like, you're just naturally a magnetic person. But then we have the Five of Swords. Yeah, see, that's the ego coming back out again. For some of you, you know full well that you are very magnetic in your feminine energy, and you're allowing your ego to really run rampant with that in order to one-up people and gain control and have the upper hand sort of thing. So I'm just trying to figure out what the advice is with this. I just feel like you're being called out, honestly. For others of you where it's not your ego running rampant, the Five of Swords is the energy of feeling as though you need to constantly compete with others in order to have these opportunities, these ideas, this inspiration. built into something that is very tangible and very long lasting. Yeah, okay, thank you. Now I get it. Then we have the King of Swords in reverse, Aquarian energy at the bottom of the deck. You really allow your mind to get the better of you, especially in these sorts of situations where you have a spark of inspiration. There's some idea that you want to pursue. And then when you get into the researching aspect of whatever that idea is, and then you see how many other individuals are doing it, and you feel as though you can't possibly compete with all of these other established entities, right? But that's a limitation within the mind, a limitation within the belief in oneself, the belief in the feminine energy. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at this inner power. What messages do you have when it comes to this inner power? To the strength and the courage. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. You're finally seeing yourself clearly. Page of Swords. You're finally seeing yourself clearly, but I also feel like since having this clarity brought upon oneself, you're taking a step back and observing the external influences in your life and how that relates to the clarity that you've received about oneself. What else can you tell us about this? Thank you. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Hangman in reverse, Pisces energy. I feel like this is the clarity is relating to the way that you have been dependent on other people's energies, finances, resources, etc., etc., etc. And since having that realization, you're seeing yourself very clearly and you're now observing your external influences in relation to how you have once been reliant upon others. Bottom of the deck, we have the Star card, Aquarian energy, and I feel like that within itself was a major lesson. I also feel like if you haven't been tested already on this energy, then you will be tested in the very near future, so please just be aware of this. But this is putting you in alignment with your true path, with your true destiny, with your soul purpose. There is something very important wrapped up in this lesson that you're going to carry forward. Okay. So let's clear this up. Spiritual hygiene is also coming in very strongly. Please just be aware of your spiritual hygiene. If you need to do energy clearing, cleanse your space, etc., etc., please go ahead and do that. Do not put that off. Love messages when it comes for Virgo, please. What love messages do you have for my Virgos? Thank you. It's in reverse. We have religious factors. For a lot of you, you've stopped allowing the taught differences to get in the way of whether you connect with an individual or not. That's brilliant. Congratulations. Yeah, you've become more open-minded when it comes to the individuals in which you choose to connect with. You no longer have a certain type of person or a certain type of a group of people, right? You're more open-minded to the differences. Then we have new love. Is that a new love interest? I don't feel like this is a new love interest. I don't feel that at all. It could very much be, but the message that I'm getting with this is that there is a new subject, a new topic, something of that sort in which really sparks your interest. You very much resonate with the very little information that you have on whatever this topic is, whatever this thing is for you. You're definitely being encouraged to further explore that. We have, this could be the one, yeah. Exactly. I feel as though it's relating to either a topic, a hobby, a belief system. There's something about it. It's not, there's nothing very, how do I, there's nothing tangible about it. Tangible, right? It's kind of like all mental energy, but how you transform that mental energy into something tangible is something completely different. Whatever it is, you're definitely being asked to continue to pursue this. Okay, we're going to go there. But yeah, for some of you, you have recently started dating a new individual. This is confirmation to give it a chance. This could very much be the one if you both allow each other the space to be the individuals in which you currently are, and not place any restrictions or expectations or requirements on this relationship and on each other. And then we have soulmate. You are your own soulmate. You are your own twin flame is really the message that I'm getting with that. For some of you, yeah, we have retreat. This is about reconnecting to yourself and stop emphasizing the amount of attention and energy you give other people, especially when it comes to love. It's about you reconnecting with yourself and recognizing how you can date yourself, how you are your own soulmate or twin flame or whatever it is that you identify with. But in order to do that, you must be by yourself and do things for yourself, by yourself, and enjoy that. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify that. Let's get this deck. I'm not going to look at religious factors simply because I feel like it's you broadening your horizon and no longer having those limitations when it comes to connecting to people in general, not specifically love. Tell me about this mental energy that you want Virgo to continue to explore. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Virgo. That's your energy. You've been stagnating for quite some time. We have the Six of Swords in reverse. It's been very hard for you to move forward. Again, more of that stagnation. What is this mental energy though? Thank you. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. First, okay. For some of you, this is about the heart. So it could be just the way that I'm interpreting that message is like choosing to go down a medical field, researching heart conditions, the way the heart functions, all those sorts of things. But then I'm also getting that on the other side where it's taking a more holistic approach to heart disease and heartbreak and heartache and all that sort of stuff. I'm also getting the message where it's exploring the way the heart connects in long-term relationships and what makes the partner die shortly after, that sort of thing. Like, right? We've heard about those relationships of couples who've been together for like, I don't know, 50 plus years and one partner dies and then not long after the other partner dies, and like the correlation with that is kind of what I'm getting with it. I'm also saying this the other way, where things have really truly stagnated for you. In order for you to heal from past relationships, in order for you to give this new relationship a proper go and not be hindered by your past romantic experiences. Tell me more about this mental energy though. This intangible mental energy. What is that? We have the Sun in reverse, Leo energy. We have Justice in reverse. This could also be researching about how physical factors relate to the emotional health and the ethericness of the human body. I mean, there's so many things there. Also researching what are the underlying factors that cause an individual to go back to a chaotic environment is also coming through. Anywho, let's move forward. Tell me more about this learning to love oneself and becoming one's... Nope, that's too many. And becoming one's soulmate. I have a lot to say on that. Okay. We have the moon. There is a lot of unknown to you currently when it comes to your own soul, when it comes to your internal reality. We have the Empress at the bottom of the deck, Libra and Taurian energy. And then we have the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. This is learning to explore that aspect of self, choosing to explore that further and dive deeper into who you truly are. And this is definitely for my feminine energies, those who identify as feminine dominant within your energy. Again, there are a lot of aspects of self which are currently unknown to you, and there's this energy of deciding to explore the further depths of oneself, which is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So let's clear that up and let's get into this other deck. Messages for Virgo, please. That's a lot. I'm going to take you. I'm going to take you. Okay, we have palm tree. So again, going back to this inner strength card, I'm really just getting more confirmation. Like your level of endurance has increased, which then increases your level of stability within oneself. And it's such a beautiful energy. So congratulations to those who have achieved that for oneself, for yourself. Thank you. I got this message for Leo and we got the same card. So if you got Leo in your chart or you're dealing with a Leo, maybe there's a portion in that reading for you. Not going to repeat that message though. It was basically the message of just because someone misses the past and reaches out to you doesn't mean that anything has changed. We have engagement ring. So there is commitment on the way for someone. And yes, this is unconditional love. Yes, this person is a soulmate for those who identify with that term. Also, please just be aware that you don't have to follow the mainstream idea of what a committed relationship is. If you are not one, okay, I don't know where this is coming from. Please just take it if it resonates for you. But if you are not one to I don't know how to say that. If you're not one to if you don't understand why a couple needs to have a piece of metal and a piece of paper and an extravagant party in order to commit to one another, please don't fall into the trap of feeling as though you need that simply for others to acknowledge the level of commitment you have in your relationship. Your relationship is about you and your partner, and no one else needs to understand the choices that you've made, right? As long as the two of you are understanding of the level of commitment that you have expressed to one another, that's all that matters. Okay. We have coffee cup. So for some of you, you're experiencing a little bit of aggression and resistance when it comes to a specific friend. Please just be aware of the fact that you are mirroring some sort of insecurity, some sort of unhealed trauma or wound. You're very much triggering this individual, which is why there's that aggression, there's that resistance, a little bit of hostility, but anywho. Then we have karmic relationship in the reverse. So for a lot of you, you have let go of a karmic individual. I feel as though you have learnt the lessons. It took you a long time to work through these lessons and work through the triggers. Yeah, we have clock. It took you some time. It took you a hot minute, a very hot minute to work through this energy. But I feel like you're on the other end of that cycle now. Ooh, we have self-indulgence. So again, going back to this, you are your own soulmate, retreat energy. I feel like this is really just confirming that message some more. It's all about learning oneself, reconnecting, all those sorts of things. Okay, let's put you there. Let's go ahead and clarify some of this. Let's look at coffee cup. Engagement ring is a specific message. It's for someone. I don't feel like we need to clarify that anymore. Tell me more about this, friends. We have the Page of Cups. So this individual is very emotionally immature. I feel like they make jokes at the worst times possible. Interesting. Someone's making a return to you. Okay, so I'm getting a different message with this coffee cup. This is someone reaching out to you in hopes of having a meetup of some sort. There is a conversation that needs to be had between the two of you. We have the King and Queen of Swords, Libra and Aquarian energy. And with the Page of Swords being here right in the middle, I definitely feel like it's an offer of friendship coming in. Although the Page of Cups doesn't specifically talk about friendship, I definitely feel that. Like, I feel as though this is someone that you have walked away from in the past. I just feel like things were very hard between the two of you emotionally. But now I feel like you're both clear on your truth. So this offer to meet up, this offer for friendship is definitely coming at the right time for you. What else can you tell me about this coffee cup? Someone was waiting around, waiting for you to heal. Yeah. Oh, that was annoying. And we still have the Eight of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So now we have the Hangman, Piscean energy. We have the Three of Swords. We have Temperance and reverse Sagittarian energy. And then we have Death, Scorpionic energy. So I'm not sure who was waiting on who. But I feel as though someone was hanging out, waiting for the other to do some healing in relation to their past relationship. Okay, thank you. They're letting me know that things between the two of you weren't able to continue simply because someone was healing from a past relationship. So the other person waited for this healing to come forth, and this transformative energy is occurring at this time, and I feel as though that's why this individual is reaching out. Interesting. But again, going back to the original message, there is someone who is very emotionally immature that you are meeting up with. Again, that mirroring energy. Please just be aware of the true reasons why this person is presenting this aggression towards you. They very much struggle when this conversation turns serious. Okay. Now, with this karmic relationship and clock energy, we have the Seven of Cups. So there was a lot of emotions. There were a lot of memories. There was just a lot that you had to work through. Page of Swords. There was a lot that you had to work through. There was clarity that you needed to receive. Yeah, just as I was saying at the Ace of Swords, there was clarity needed. You needed to have clarity in the situation, but because there was so much for you to work through, you couldn't gain that clarity. You needed the time. You needed time to work through that. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it took you a little while to grasp the lessons, to really get the lessons. We have the Star in reverse. Yeah, again, it took you a hot minute to heal from this, to grasp the lessons, simply because there was so much for you to work through. There was so much clarity that you needed to gain in order to do the healing. We have the Eight of Cups in the upright. But now you're moving on. You're moving forward. You're moving forward. You know your truth. You know the lessons. You don't need to worry about this anymore. You can 100% let go. And again, I'm getting that spiritual hygiene message again. So if you resonate with this portion of the reading, please keep your spiritual hygiene up at this time. So Virgo, that is your reading. I love you and thank you for showing up to our channel today. I love you and I appreciate you for supporting myself as well as our channel. And until the week after next, ka kite.